A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The heat's really picking up now. It's just 5 minutes short of 3 p.m. and we're back on the start grid for a very exciting race. This is the combined grid for the Polo Cup and the MRF Saloons. Now, the start order for the Polo Cup is basis the second best qualifying time, and in that it was Neville Tata who proved to be the fastest, who's starting from pole. In P2 is Dhruv Charan. In P3 is Romer Arya, our championship leader, and race 1 winner starts from P4. Savla Munjal starts from P5. Ojas Surve in P6. Rahul Deshpande in P7. Anwar Anvik in P8. Now we've got the MRF Saloons, and the championship leader Diana Pundol starts from pole all the way from the back in P9. We've got Kesara Godage, who is the strongest contender and the closest contender to the championship, and bringing the fight to Diana, starting from P2, hailing from Sri Lanka. In P3, we've also got Tarshi Vikram, another woman driver, joining the mix there. We've got a few women drivers there really making a stir around and bringing the fight to the men. Stay tuned to catch all the live racing action for the next 8 laps right here, right now. National Car Racing Championship 2024, powered by Indian Oil Storm X. It's time to unleash the wild beast. Up next, it's race 3 for the weekend. This is the combined grid between the MRF Saloons and the Volkswagen Polo Cup cars. 15 cars in the grid today, 8 of them in the Polo Cup and 7 in the MRF Saloons. This is the drivers' championship points table in the MRF Saloons. Diana Pundol leads the charge with 108 points. Kesara Godage from Sri Lanka in P2 with 102 points. Aniruddha Arvind stands third in the championship with 97 points. Tarshi Vikram, great run for her this season, P4 in the championship with 65 points. Jai Prashant Venkat in P6 from Coimbatore with 45 points. Adisha Kasun Kitwith from Sri Lanka in P6 with 42 points. And Muskan Jubal from Delhi, the young woman driver, doing a great job. Second time this in this category. Good improvement there. P7 for Muskan Jubal. She's got 38 points in her tally. That's the top 7 in the MRF Saloons. Of course, let's take a quick look at the start order. Neville Tata supposed to have started from pole, but he's had some car trouble already, and he has been pushed into the pits. I wonder if the teams can get him another car or a spare car, or get the car fixed in time for race start. Dhruv Chavan in P2, Romer Arya in P3, Aditya Patnaik in P4, the championship leader, starting from P4 this time around. Can he get a good start and get ahead of the competition here? Sabla Munjal in P5, Ojas Surve in P6, Rahul Deshpande in P7, and it's Anwar Avik in P8. That's the top 8, the start order for the Polo Cup. Now, the MRF Saloons. Diana Pundol starts from pole, the championship leader. Kesra Godage in P2, Tarshi Vikram in P3, Rohit VRR in P4, Muskan Jubal in P5, B. Navin Raj in P6, and it's Anirudh Arvind in P7. So there you go, folks, the top 7 start order for the MRF Saloons. So looks like Diana in a good space now, but she has to keep Kesra Gudage, who's also has been a formidable driver and a driver to beat in this grid. They're very, very close in terms of points. 6 points between Diana and Kesra here. And Anirudh Arvind has to work his way from the last position on the grid to that front row. Well, this championship is really heating up to a great, great battle. Well, let's not forget, Kesra Godage had a great round 2. He had 3 back-to-back wins, which gave him 75 points in a single round. Well, folks, we are ready to go racing. The cars are lining back on the grid now. We're moments away from race start. 15 cars in the grid. In the front, we have the Polo Cup cars, and right behind are the MRF Saloons. On the Toyota Etios. Lights are coming on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go racing. Oh, disaster start there for what looks like Roman Arya. Very, very, very surprising from Roman Arya to see him to have probably stalled that start. I wonder if he missed a gear, couldn't get the car to move. That was a tough one for Roman Arya. He's gone from P3 on the grid to all the way back to P8. In the front, we got a good start for our top 5. Dhruv Chavan, Aditya Patnaik, Savla Munjal, Ojas Surve, all fighting for podium contention now. Looks like Aditya Patnaik made a couple of moves in that first couple of corners, and he's moved up into P2. Has he regained? Has he taken the race lead? Yeah, we're driving with number 11, Dhruv Chavan, the race leader. But he's got a barrage of cars right behind, not letting go. This could be the moment that Dhruv can really help his championship battle and take some additional points to close in on Aditya Patnaik. 8 laps to the checkered flag. It's Dhruv Chavan that leads the charge. And he's coming under competition for 4 other cars right behind. We've got Aditya Patnaik, Savla Munjal, Ojas Surve, Rahul Deshpande, Anwar Ravik, all trying their best to bring the fight to the race leader here. Here is number 12, Anwar Ravik, now coming under pressure from Romiraria. Dhruv Chavan in the lead, Surve Ojas. Ojas has managed to reclaim back that lead ahead of Aditya Patnaik and pushes Aditya into P3. And it's Ojas Surve that clocked in the quickest lap time with a 1:58.128 lap time. Anwar Ravik has made a big jump to the front. He's moved up all the way from P8 into P4. And that's the Anwar Ravik that we know of. Savla Munjal in P5, Rahul Deshpande moves down in P6, and Romiraria currently in P7. In the MRF Saloons, it's Diana Pindol that's had a great start. She's leading the charge. Aniruddha Arvind all the way from the back of the grid moves up into P2. Tarshi Vikram in P3, Rohit VRR in P4, Muskan Jubal in P5, B. Navin Raj in P6, Neville Tata in P7, and Kesra Kodage, the Sri Lankan and number 2 in the championship battle, has moved way down the order. The last of the pack. Definitely some intense racing action between here. This is Kesra Kodage, number 23, at the back of the grid. Back of the pack now. Dhruv Chavan having a great sector 1, but Aditya Patnaik having that great sector 2. What does that amount to? We're coming to the end of lap 2. Number 11 still in a good lead there. And looks like Ojas Surve has kept Aditya Patnaik at bay. He's at P3. Looks like Neville Tata never made it to the start line. And that has to be a tough one, a tough pill to swallow for Neville Tata. He's a strong driver, a quick driver, but hasn't had the best of luck. Looks like Neville Tata has actually started the race from the pit lane. Currently is in P13 in the combined standings. He's at the back of the pack. He's stuck in a lot of traffic between the MRF saloon cars. Good run for Dhruv Chavan here. This could be the moment that he can swipe a few points and try and close in that gap to Aditya Patnaik. Ojas Surve can also use this opportunity to come closer to the top 2. Looks like Diana Pandol still leading the charge. She's got some level of advantage here this time around. She's looking very strong, very comfortable in that car now, in that cockpit. As far as lap times are concerned, Diana Pundol clocked in a 2:03.515 last time around. Aniruddha Arvind a 2:05.282. And Tarshi Vikram a 2:04.831. It could be any moment that Tarshi Vikram could find a little bit of pace and make the move on Aniruddha Arvind. The positions continue to hold. Dhruv Chavan leads the charge. Ojas Surve in P2. Aditya Patnaik in P3. Anwar Ravik in P4. Savla Munjal in P5. Looks like Romiraria is making his way back up. He's moved up a couple of spots in a P6. Rahul Deshpande in P7. And Neville Tata stuck in between the MRF saloon cars. He's got a lot of traffic to work his way around. Now he's moved up into P10 in the combined grid. in the front of the MRF Saloons. Diana Pandol clearly having a good command over that lead. Aniruddha Arvind in P2, who's still slightly slower than Diana Pundolia. Darshi Vikram doing a fantastic job in that P3. She's definitely turning up her pace. She's been able to improve that lap time, and she's been able to fight with the likes of Rohit, VRR, Muskan Jubal, Aniruddha Arvind, Naveen Raj and Kesara. So she's been doing a great job this season, and it's great to see the improvement in the last couple of rounds. Strong sector 1 for Dhruv Chavan. Now he was the quickest through sector 1. Looks like Dhruv is still having a comfortable lead. Doesn't have to really take any unnecessary risks. He's got a good lead on that position. Here is number 15, the race leader in the MRF Saloons. From the looks of it, Ojas Surve has managed to still put the pressure. He wants to catch up with Dhruv Chavan here. And looks like Aditya Patnaik is just waiting for the right moment at the right time. Interesting strategies being played all around the track today. Diana still leading the charge. A momentous lead for her ahead of Aniruddha Arvind. Darshi Vikram right behind, hot on the heels of Aniruddha Arvind now in P3. Rohit VRR steering clear from P4. Muskan Jubal in P5. B Naveen Raj in P6. And it's Kesra Godage in P7. Here is our race leader and championship leader, Diana Pandol, car number 15. Remember that number, ladies and gentlemen. She's been doing a fantastic job in this grid. Here is Neville Tata, finally clearing the entire MRF Saloon pack. And now he gets ahead to catch up with the rest of his competition. We're at the halfway mark, a little over the halfway mark now. 3.5 laps remaining to the checkered flag. We're driving with Dhruv Chavan as the race leader for race 2 in the Polo Cup. Crosses the start-finish line through the main straight. Not much movement in terms of that gap between Dhruv Chavan and Ojas Surve at this point. Aditya Patnaik still remains in P3. We're still got 3 laps remaining to the checkered flag, and this is still anybody's race. Dhruv will have at the back of his head the plan today. The plan for today to get maximum points. So he's going to have a little bit of pressure sitting in that seat. He's been doing a very consistent job in the front. Looking very strong through the last 5 laps. It's been great to see Dhruv make a comeback in this race too. So has Ojas Surve, who's currently in P2, keeping the championship leader at P3. It feels like Aditya he knows what he's doing. And he's just playing his cards right. He knows it's a championship battle. He knows it's a marathon. He knows every point matters. So he's being strategic about the way he approaches the attack. In the MRF Saloons, The order still remains. Diana Pundol in the charge, having a comfortable lead ahead of Aniruddha Arvind, Tarshi Vikram in P3. Rohita VRR in P4, Muskan Jubal in P5, P. Navin Raj in P6, and it's Kesra Godage still in P7. This is the penultimate lap, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dhruv Chavan that's leading the charge, and still that gap remains. I don't know how he's done it, but he's been able to keep that lap time just right, where that gap still remains. They're of course slower than their qualifying times. They're still not at that pace. Here is our race leader, Diana Pundol, entering the penultimate lap of this 8-lap shootout in the MRF Saloon Race 1. The championship leader will have a big smile on her face now. Look at that lead ahead of Aniruddha Arvind. But a 5-second lead ahead of Aniruddha Arvind there for Diana. Tarshi Vikram in P3. She's got a bit of gap to cover up, to catch up with Aniruddha Arvind. It's a lonesome front row drive for Diana Pundol, but it's a very fun drive to be there in the front. We're driving with Savla Munjal on car number 5. As we go into the last lap now, the cars are on the main straight going through the MRF arch into turn 1, the sweeping right-hander. It's a fast one there. Foot on the throttle. Balancing that steering. Balancing the pressure on the steering. The counter steer effects that are happening. And keeping a nice tight line into C1 of the Madras International Circuit. Challenging corner indeed. Because if you overshoot even by a little margin, you could risk a spin-off. Looks like Anwar Avik not having the best of weekend so far. He's moved down back into P6. Not the best run for Anwar Avik here. Final sector remaining for the Polo Cup cars. Dhruv Chavan, what a fantastic job. He started for the race from P2. He capitalized on that change in order. In fact, he was starting from the front row as the pole man, considering Neville had car trouble and had to go into the pits. But he completely made use of that, and that's what needs to be done for a championship battle. Well, the checkered flag waves. Has Dhruv done it? Yes, he has. Dhruv Chavan takes the win. Ojas Surve keeps the championship lead at bay, leaving Aditya Patnaik to settle for a P3. Savla Munjal crosses the line in P4. Romer Arya, after that disaster start, crosses the line in P5. Anwar Avik in P6. Rahul Deshpande in P7. And it's Neville Tata that's going to be crossing the line in P8. Waiting to see the finish order for the MRF Saloons. The cars are on their final sector now. Here is our race leader, number 15, Diana Pundol, leading the charge. And look at the lead, the mammoth lead that she's picked up for herself ahead of her one of her arch rivals, Aniruddha Arvind. 2 corners remaining here. The Indian on Stormex unleashing the wild beast here. What an incredible 8-lap race we had. The pole woman has done it again this 2024 season. The checkered flag waves. It is Diana Pundol that takes another win for 2024. Anirudh Arvind closes in on Diana but settles for a P2. And it's Tarishi Vikram that takes another podium for 2024. Looks like this season is shaping up to be a very special and exciting season for this young woman, Tarishi Vikram from Chikmagalur. In P4 is Muskan Jubal. What a fantastic race for her. Moves up from P5 and crosses the line in top points. Kesra Kodake, all the way from the back, moves and closes the race in P5. B. Navin Raj in P6 and it's Rohit Viara in P7. Well, that's the end of the race in the combined grid between the Polo Cup and the MRF Saloons. Diana Pundol takes the win, Anirudh Arvind in P2 and Tarishi Vikram in P3. Great job and great effort from Muskan Jubal and Kesra Kodake for finishing in P4 and P5. In the Polo Cup, it's Dhruv Chavan after taking a great race start. Finishes the race in P1, Ojas Surve in P2, Aditya Patnaik in P3. Great run from Savla Munjal and Romeraria, who crosses the line in P4 and P5. Well, folks, the cars are lining up at the park for me. I can't wait to hear what these drivers have to say about their race, especially Dhruv Chavan. What an incredible, fun race we've had today. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yeah, so the winner of race 2 of Polo Cup, Dhruv Chavan. Dhruv, what a fantastic race that was.
Thank you so much. I didn't have a good qualifying. Like I had a good qualifying, but still I was off the pace. And Neville had some issues with his cars at the start, so it just put me into P1 effectively. So yeah, after that it was just get a good start, drive well, manage your tires well, and manage the guys in behind. Ojas and Patnaik were pushing. I could see them, and because of that pressure, I made maybe one or two mistakes here and there. But this is what I'm here for. I'm here to learn, and I've learned my lesson, and I'm going to keep pushing.
And this win has made it very interesting, keeping it very close, this particular championship.
Yeah, so I'm still so he's had a race win. I've had a race win. He's finished P3. I've finished P3. So effectively, the standings are pretty much the same. It's just we are both in 3 digits now, and the difference between us is also 3. So yeah, let's see what happens throughout the weekend.
Looks like it's going to go down the wire, okay, and we are enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm sure you. I mean, I hope you all are enjoying it. I hope all of them watching are enjoying it. So it's great to put up a show for everyone and get wins.
One more race for this day, today.
Yeah, so one more race for today, and I have no idea where I'm starting. My team will let me know where I'm starting. I'll just show up on the grid. My team will let me know where I have to start, and then I'll just start. I have, I'm not thinking about anything apart from driving well. So that is the plan.
Congrats and go well.
Thank you so much.
Okay, the second place winner, Ojas Ray. You hanging on to number 2.
Yeah, again, I'm just thinking about bettering myself. This race, so it was just, starting sixth, so I had no hopes. I was just like, cool, let's keep it there, let's try and follow Aditya through. But didn't, he got a good start. And of course, Rome stalled and Neville had a car issue, so he wasn't there at all. Good luck for Dhruv, I'd say. But no, I had a decent start, kept up with Aditya, and at turn 3 I saw the move, so I went for it. And he's a little unhappy about it, but part of racing. And yeah, as soon as in P2 I was like, let's conserve, let's see if Dhruv's tires go off, and they did by the end, and we caught him like crazy. But then there was a Etios crashed at the second to last corner, so there were yellows there. So then after that he got a little bit of a gap, and that was that. So then after that didn't really try pushing. So yeah, cars are crazy good. Like, I'm really surprised at how well they're handling the heat. And again, I'd like to thank my parents and my sponsor for allowing me to be here, making this opportunity come true. Just Mr. Akhilesh Reddy and Indian Racing Festival. So yeah, onwards and upwards now.
Congrats again, and we hope to see you again.
Thank you.
So, and in third place, we have Aditya Patnaik, the leader of the championship, still by 3 points. So, Aditya, sum up the race for us.
It was a fun race. I finished P3. Was having to manage an issue the whole race, some overeating issues since I was following these two closely. It was a very close race, proper fun. The 3 of us just right behind each other. It was fun. I couldn't really push as much as I wanted to because of some management that I have to do in the car. But regardless, it's okay. I got good points, got another podium. I'm happy for now. So yeah, just hope to keep the momentum up.
So we have one more race for the day.
Yeah, one more race for the day. It's quite hectic, but yeah, it'll be fun.
Okay, see you again.